If you are over 50 and struggling with insomnia, this video is for you. If you lie in bed unable to fall asleep, staring at the ceiling for hours. If you fall asleep but wake up several times during the night for no clear reason. If you sleep but wake up feeling tired, foggy, and not truly rested, this is one of the most common sleep problems after 50. Many people experience poor sleep after 50 without understanding why, and it often feels confusing, frustrating, and even frightening. You may wonder why you can't sleep after 50 like you used to, why your body wakes you up at night after 50, even when you're exhausted, why insomnia after 50 seems to appear suddenly without warning. Sleep Science Explained, this is not random or imagined. Studies show sleep changes with age affect the brain and nervous system. Your sleep problems after 50 follow a biological pattern, and millions of adults over 50 are experiencing the same thing right now. Sleep Science explains that after 50, the body and brain no longer sleep the same way. Your brain processes sleep signals differently than it did years ago. Hormones like melatonin and cortisol begin to shift out of balance. Your circadian rhythm becomes more sensitive and easier to disrupt. This is not a personal failure or lack of discipline. It is not weakness, and it is not your fault. And understanding what's really happening is the first crucial step forward. I'm Dr. Sarah, and I want to speak to you calmly and honestly today. I work with sleep health and aging, helping adults understand their sleep. For years, I've listened to people over 50 describe the same frustration. They say their sleep feels lighter, broken, and unpredictable. Many believe something is wrong with them personally, but Sleep Science Explained tells a very different story, and that story begins inside the aging brain and nervous system. If you're over 50 and your sleep feels broken, this is not your fault. You didn't suddenly forget how to sleep. You're not weak, lazy, or doing something wrong. Experts in sleep health explain this happens to millions of adults. It's a biological shift, not a personal failure. Your body is responding to internal changes, not bad habits. And understanding this alone can bring deep emotional relief. After 50, the brain changes how it regulates sleep and alertness. The nervous system becomes more sensitive at night. Melatonin, the sleep hormone, is released differently than before. Cortisol, the stress hormone, can rise at the wrong times. These changes confuse the brain's sleep signals, so even when you're tired, sleep may not come easily, and this often leads to unnecessary self-blame and worry. Many adults tell me they feel ashamed of their insomnia after 50. They stop talking about it, thinking they should handle it better. But studies show sleep problems after 50 are extremely common. Poor sleep after 50 is not a rare condition. It's a shared biological experience tied to aging. Sleep Science explains this clearly and consistently, and once you see this, the guilt begins to fade away. I want you to know you're not alone in this struggle. Doctors and researchers have studied sleep changes with age for decades. They've seen the same patterns appear again and again. Waking up at night after 50 follows predictable brain signals. Feeling unrested in the morning has real physiological reasons. Your experience matches what science already understands, and that means there is a logical explanation ahead. Once you remove blame, something important happens in the brain. The nervous system begins to relax instead of staying on alert. This alone can reduce nighttime anxiety around sleep. When fear decreases, sleep signals become clearer. That's why understanding comes before improvement, because the next step is learning what your brain truly needs now, and that's where sleep science reveals something most people never hear. After the age of 50, the brain begins to change how it controls sleep. One of the most important shifts happens with melatonin production. Melatonin is the hormone that signals the brain it is time to sleep. Studies show the brain produces less melatonin as we age, and it is often released later at night than it used to be. This makes falling asleep feel slower and more difficult. Even when the body feels tired, the brain may stay alert. At the same time, the brain's internal clock becomes more sensitive. This internal clock is called the circadian rhythm. It helps regulate sleep, wakefulness, and hormone timing. After 50, this rhythm reacts more strongly to light and stress. Small changes in routine can easily disrupt sleep timing. Sleep science explains the circadian rhythm weakens with age, and when this rhythm is off, sleep quality declines. Studies show the brain becomes lighter in sleep stages as we age. This means there is less deep, restorative sleep at night, and more time spent in lighter, more fragile sleep stages. In these lighter stages, the brain remains partially alert. That is why noises or small movements can wake you up. That is why sleep feels shallow and easily interrupted, and that is why many adults wake up multiple times at night. This lighter sleep is not imagined or psychological. It has been clearly observed in sleep research. Experts in sleep health explain this is a protective brain response. The nervous system becomes more reactive during the night. It scans for signals instead of fully powering down. This change happens naturally with aging, and it affects nearly everyone to some degree. Another key factor involves cortisol, the alert hormone. Cortisol helps the body wake up and respond to stress. During the day, cortisol helps you focus and function. At night, cortisol is supposed to stay low. When cortisol follows the right rhythm, sleep stays deep and stable. But after 50, this rhythm often changes. After the age of 50, cortisol patterns can become disrupted. Instead of staying low at night, cortisol may spike unexpectedly. These spikes often happen in the middle of the night. Sleep science explains why many adults wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. The brain suddenly receives a wake-up signal, not from noise or movement, but from inside the body itself. When cortisol rises at night, the brain enters vigilance mode. This means the nervous system becomes alert and watchful. Your body prepares as if something needs attention. Heart rate may increase slightly, thoughts may become more active, and falling back asleep feels difficult or impossible. This is a biological response, not a mental one. Experts in sleep health explain this as a nervous system shift. The aging nervous system is more sensitive to internal signals. After 50, it reacts faster and more strongly, so even small cortisol changes trigger awakenings. The brain prioritizes safety over rest. This made sense earlier in human history, but today it disrupts healthy sleep. This is why nighttime awakenings feel sudden and confusing. You may wake up without fear or a clear thought, yet your body feels alert anyway. This is cortisol doing its job too early. Sleep Science Explained shows this happens to millions of adults. It is one of the most common sleep problems after 50, and it follows a predictable hormonal pattern. Understanding this brings important validation. Your body is not betraying you. Your brain is not broken. It is responding to age-related hormonal changes. Recognizing this reduces fear and frustration because once you understand why the body wakes you up, the next step is learning how the nervous system can be gently guided back toward rest. The circadian rhythm is the body's internal sleep-wake clock. It tells your brain when to feel sleepy and when to feel alert. After 50, this rhythm becomes more fragile than it used to be. It no longer adjusts as easily as it did in younger years. Sleep science explains the aging brain loses some timing precision. This makes sleep more sensitive to daily influences, and small disruptions can have a big impact at night. After the age of 50, the circadian rhythm becomes more sensitive. Light in the evening affects the brain more strongly. Stress during the day lingers longer into the night. Changes in routine can confuse sleep timing. Even minor schedule shifts can delay sleep signals. Experts in sleep health explain this increased sensitivity clearly, and it helps explain why sleep feels unpredictable. This is why going to bed earlier often does not fix the problem. If the circadian rhythm is not ready, sleep will not happen. You may lie in bed longer not sleeping. This increases mental activity and restlessness. Sleep science explains forcing sleep rarely works. It often increases frustration and mental alertness, which can further delay sleep onset. Naps can also interfere with sleep after 50. Even short daytime naps reduce sleep pressure at night. The brain becomes less motivated to stay asleep. This is not because naps are bad behavior, it's because the circadian rhythm is more delicate now. Studies show naps affect older adults differently, and they can shift nighttime sleep later and lighter. Poor sleep after 50 is often a rhythm issue, not a discipline issue. It's not about willpower or trying harder. You're not failing at sleep. Your body is responding to timing changes in the brain. Sleep problems after 50 follow biological rules, not moral ones or personal habits alone, and recognizing this reduces unnecessary self-blame. When people stop blaming themselves, the nervous system relaxes. Stress around bedtime begins to decrease. This alone can improve sleep signals because calm supports healthy circadian timing. Understanding rhythm changes opens a new perspective, one that shifts focus from forcing sleep to supporting it, and that leads directly to what the aging brain truly needs at night. Many adults over 50 hear the same sleep advice over and over. Go to bed earlier, just relax and clear your mind, try harder to sleep. These suggestions sound simple and logical, but for many people, they do not work at all, and this leads to even more frustration at night. Going to bed earlier often backfires after 50. If the brain is not ready, sleep will not happen. You may lie in bed longer not sleeping. This increases mental activity and restlessness. Sleep science explains forcing sleep rarely works. It often increases frustration and mental alertness, which can further delay sleep onset. Naps can also interfere with sleep after 50. Even short daytime naps reduce sleep pressure at night. The brain becomes less motivated to stay asleep. This is not because naps are bad behavior, it's because the circadian rhythm is more delicate now. Studies show naps affect older adults differently, and they can shift nighttime sleep later and lighter. Poor sleep after 50 is often a rhythm issue, not a discipline issue. It's not about willpower or trying harder. You're not failing at sleep. Your body is responding to timing changes in the brain. Sleep problems after 50 follow biological rules, not moral ones or personal habits alone, and recognizing this reduces unnecessary self-blame. When people stop blaming themselves, the nervous system relaxes. Stress around bedtime begins to decrease. This alone can improve sleep signals because calm supports healthy circadian timing. Understanding rhythm changes opens a new perspective, one that shifts focus from forcing sleep to supporting it, and that leads directly to what the aging brain truly needs at night. After 50, the brain does not need force or pressure to sleep. It needs biological support that matches how it works now. Sleep science explains the aging brain responds best to gentle signals, not strong stimulation or extreme strategies. The goal is not to shut the brain down, but to guide it back into a natural sleep state. This begins with understanding what support really means. One key need is calming the nervous system at night. After 50, the nervous system stays more alert by default. It reacts faster to internal and external signals. This keeps the brain in a semi-awake state. Experts in sleep health explain that calming signals must come first. When the nervous system relaxes, sleep signals become more clear, and the body feels safer letting go into rest. Another critical need is supporting natural melatonin production. The aging brain still makes melatonin, just in smaller amounts. Sleep science explains it also releases it less consistently. Gentle support helps the brain recognize nighttime again. This does not mean forcing melatonin higher. It means creating the right conditions for it to work. When melatonin is supported, sleep feels more natural. Reducing nighttime brain hyperactivity is also essential. After 50, the brain often stays mentally busy at night. Thoughts may feel louder and harder to stop. This is linked to nervous system alertness. When alertness decreases, mental activity slows. Experts explain this as restoring balance, not suppression, and this balance is what allows deeper sleep to return. Experts in sleep health explain that gentle, natural support can help restore balance. This type of support works with the body, not against it. It respects the circadian rhythm instead of fighting it. It helps hormones communicate more clearly, and it allows the brain to feel safe enough to rest. This approach feels different from traditional sleep advice because it focuses on cooperation, not control. When adults understand what their brain truly needs, hope increases. Sleep stops feeling like a battle. The idea of rest becomes inviting again. This creates desire for a solution that feels safe and natural, one that fits the aging body and brain. And once this desire appears, a logical next question follows, which is how this kind of support can be added safely and effectively. At this point, many adults ask what kind of support fits this approach. Not something extreme or aggressive, but something that works gently with the aging brain. Sleep science explains this support should feel natural to the body. It should respect hormonal timing and nervous system balance, and it should be easy to include in a normal routine. This is where many people find relief and reassurance. This type of support is designed to be natural and safe. It does not force the brain into sleep. It does not override the nervous system. Instead, it supports the body's own sleep signals. Experts in sleep health explain this complementary approach clearly. It works alongside healthy habits, not instead of them, and it fits the needs of adults over 50. It is important to be clear about expectations. This is not a cure or a medical treatment. It does not promise instant or guaranteed results. Sleep Science Explained shows sleep improvement is gradual. The goal is support, not control. Support that helps the brain return to balance over time. This honesty builds real trust. Many adults over 50 use this as part of a healthier sleep routine. They combine it with better timing and calmer evenings. They use it to support melatonin and calm nighttime alertness, not to knock themselves out, but to help the body feel safe enough to sleep. This mindset makes a meaningful difference because it aligns with how the brain actually works. This kind of support is meant to feel reassuring, not something you worry about taking. It is designed with the aging nervous system in mind, gentle, steady, and respectful of the body. Experts emphasize safety and simplicity, especially for adults who want peace of mind, and that sense of safety is essential for sleep. If you want to learn more about this option, it is available in the first pinned comment. There is no pressure or obligation, just clear information to explore at your own pace. Understanding your options is empowering because when the brain feels informed, it feels calmer. And the next step is understanding why this approach makes sense specifically for adults over 50. This approach was designed with the mature brain in mind, not the brain of a 25-year-old, but a brain that has changed with time and experience. Sleep science explains that aging alters how sleep is regulated. Hormones, timing, and nervous system responses all shift, so support must match these changes. That is what makes this approach different. It respects the circadian rhythm instead of fighting it. After 50, timing matters more than ever. The brain needs clear, gentle signals to recognize night. This approach supports those signals naturally. It works with the body's internal clock, not against it or around it, and that alignment improves sleep consistency. It also does not force the body into sleep. There is no pressure placed on the nervous system, no artificial shutdown of brain activity. Sleep Science Explained shows forcing sleep increases alertness. This approach avoids that mistake entirely. It focuses on calming, not overpowering, which feels safer to the aging brain. Adults over 50 often value predictability and reassurance. This approach supports that need. It is steady, gentle, and easy to understand. Experts in sleep health emphasize simplicity for older adults because confusion and fear activate cortisol, while clarity and safety reduce it, and reduced cortisol supports better sleep. Sleep Science Explained in a way your body understands. That phrase matters more after 50 because the body no longer responds to extremes. It responds to balance and consistency. This approach fits that biological reality. It supports the nervous system instead of challenging it, and that builds long-term confidence in the process. When adults feel safe, the brain begins to cooperate. Sleep stops feeling like a nightly struggle. The body feels supported instead of pressured. This creates trust in the process, and trust is essential for rest, because the final piece is understanding how safety itself improves sleep, and why feeling safe at night may be the most important factor of all. Insomnia after 50 is a biological change, not a personal failure. It is not a sign that your body is broken. It is not something you caused. Sleep Science explains this is part of natural aging. The brain, hormones, and nervous system all shift with time. These changes affect how sleep is generated and maintained, and recognizing this brings calm instead of frustration. There is real comfort in understanding what is happening inside you. Fear often comes from confusion, not from the problem itself. When sleep feels unpredictable, the brain stays on alert. But when knowledge replaces uncertainty, the nervous system softens. Experts in sleep health explain this response clearly. Calm information reduces nighttime anxiety, and reduced anxiety supports better sleep signals. Hope after 50 should always be realistic and grounded. There are no miracles and no instant fixes. Sleep improvement happens gradually and gently. Sleep Science Explained shows progress comes from alignment with hormones, rhythm, and nervous system needs. This approach respects your body instead of fighting it, and that respect is essential for long-term improvement. Understanding your sleep is the first step to improving it, not controlling it, not forcing it, but working with your biology as it is today. This mindset gives you back a sense of control because knowledge allows better choices, and better choices support calmer nights. When you stop blaming yourself, something powerful happens. The body begins to feel safer at bedtime. Safety lowers cortisol. Lower cortisol allows melatonin to work more effectively. Sleep Science explains this chain reaction clearly. One calm signal leads to another, and sleep becomes more possible again. This is not the end of the conversation about sleep. It is the point where understanding turns into action, where calm replaces fear, and where the brain becomes more receptive to support. Because what truly improves sleep after 50 builds on this foundation, and the next step is seeing how small, consistent changes reinforce this balance, which is exactly what we need to explore next.